Hey guys, and welcome back. So today, I think we need to do an oil change on the Cayman, which means all of this stuff has to go. All right, let's get started. Well, the first part is done. It is on the lift, which means now we can raise her up and check underneath. So, seeing that this is the first time I've had her on the lift, I'm going to be able to check to see if there's any oil leaks or any issues, anything like that. And, well, I guess there's no better time to do that than now. So let's go ahead and lift this bad boy up, take a look underneath her, and see what we need to do this project. This is the part that I forgot before I put it on the lift and put her up. You have to open the back hatch. And then this nice little compartment here, you can see we have coolant and we have oil. What we want to do is go ahead and remove, well, try to remove the oil. And that looks nice up there. That looks great and clean. We'll just put that right back there. We'll put this up here and close that. Now, at least when we raise her back up and try to get the oil out, hopefully that means we'll be able to get it out. Now that we have her up in the air, we can look at what we will be using. Now, I'm using 5W40 Mobile 1, and this is for European cars. You can also use 0W40. It is totally up to you. I will tell you, I buy both of these in 5 quarts because at Walmart, I think each 5 quart is $28. And if you buy 1 quart by itself, it's almost $7. So you do the math and you can see that it is a much better deal just to have a little oil left over anyway. Then we've got our filter, which obviously is right there. There's the number, but everything will be listed in the description. So if you're looking for any of these parts, just go there. So we've got our man filter. We have a bunch of crush washers. I bought these off of Amazon. I will put a link to these as well. Super cheap, lots of them, never have to worry about it again. Last thing that we need, 8mm hex head. I know that she's kind of blurry, but there we go. That's what we'll need. And let's go take a look underneath the car. So we've got her up. I'm going to turn a light on so that we can see a little better under here because it is getting later. All right. So first time looking under here, I have to say I am super impressed that there's nothing leaking. Usually on every Porsche I've ever seen has some leaks. So here is the actual plug. You can see it says to tighten to 26 Newton meters, which is nice that they put that on there. Right next to it, or right there, is our filter housing, and we will be replacing that as well. So usually I try not to work on my cars at night, but well, sometimes it happens. So that's why I'm trying to use some light. Make sure you get that seated very well in there. You definitely don't want that to be your issue. Super easy. All right, so I lowered her down just so it wouldn't have as far to go. Let's just take this off. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it being at the very bottom, but it does look like a nice, all right, not too shabby. Oil definitely wanted to be changed though. Ooh, this one had 2 crush washers on it. You should never have 2 crush washers, because basically what they do is they negate each other and then there's no use. All right, so we've pretty much got this stopped dripping. It's got a little bit of a drip left. But the biggest thing I want to make sure is I don't forget another crush washer. Now, remember, because this one had 2, I don't know how they did that and made it work, but we're only going to add 1. So let's add that crush washer to it. Beautimous. There we go. Now remember, that one gets tightened down to 26 Newton meters. I'm just going to tighten it, but you get the point. 1 Newton meter, 2 Newton meters, 26 Newton meters. There we go. See? And just like that, it's installed. Now, I did have a hard time, but I finally found this type of oil wrench, and it was the right size diameter for this, which now will make this so much easier to get off, I hope. And this is going to start splashing everywhere as well. Why wouldn't it? Oh, they got some. Yeah, let's let that drain. All right, so we have our oil filter housing. You can see that there is a nice little seal on here that we have to, well, that we should be able to get off. All right, we have our nice seal here that we can get off. We just kind of take the old one off. We'll put the new one on. For the new seal, we would normally use some new engine oil for it, just to coat it. So let's just put a little engine oil on there, make sure it's good. And put her back over the top like so. Get her back into the original slot, and we are good. Now, I am going to take this old filter and clean it. I'm going to clean the inside of it as well, just to make sure everything is out of it. And we will be ready to install this back. Then we can take our new filter, and it presses in there very nicely. I am going to also fill this with oil so that it is ready to go as soon as we start. So let's get some of this in there. Now that I have this filled, we can do the reverse of the process, put this in, and we can finally put our car back on the ground. So far, this job has not been too difficult. My biggest complaint so far is where I have to put the oil in. Now, it does have this nice little rubber tray, so if you do spill a little oil, I think you'll be okay. I put my rag down there, but I'm just not a fan, I gotta tell you. As some of you know, I hardly ever use a funnel, so this is nice, and I would say that if I was going to use a funnel, this would be the time. All right. 5 quarts in. Now remember that this holds somewhere between 7 to 8 quarts. So I'm going to put 7 in and see how we do. So my goal is to add 2 more quarts and then check the level. Because you do not want to overfill on these, is what I've been told. That is almost spot on. I'm going to put a little bit more in, just hoping that that solves everything. All right, guys, so far we have drained the oil. We put the drain plug back into 26 newton meters. We removed the filter housing. We cleaned that, put a new filter in, put that up, put it back to 25 newton meters. Then we just put 7 quarts, a little bit more, 7 quarts of oil into the back trunk, which I am not a fan of putting my oil in the back trunk. Now we have to go check to see the level. I am so not happy about this part, but let's check to see what you have to do to check the oil level. First things first, get the key to your car, come sit in your car. All right, guys, you're gonna follow along with me. We are looking for an oil level, and basically I am putting the key in the ignition, just turning it to on, and there it is. So now we can see that it is saying oil measure direct oil level. Perfect. I do not know why it only took 2 seconds when it's supposed to be taking 10. All right, so let's put the key in one more time. Do the check. Oh, this time I have 30 minutes. Okay, see, this is the part I don't understand. Why do I have 30 minutes this time? I don't get it. I do not understand how we went from 5 seconds to 30 minutes. But I guess I will let this do its thing, and hopefully everything will be fine. I might actually go park this down in the basement and do this so that we can figure out if it's fine. All right, I brought her to the basement, so let's see how long it's going to be up here. 29 minutes, 40 seconds, so I'm just going to let her go, and we will check her again in a few minutes. Actually, 29.34 seconds to be exact. I still think that this is ridiculous that we have to wait 30 minutes. I truly hope that Porsche isn't doing this so that their techs can charge more money. I hope not. All right, guys, we're at our 10-second countdown. Oh, I'm so excited. I know you guys can't wait either. All to tell me my oil level is a hair bit low, right there in the middle, but I probably should put just a hair bit more in it. All right, guys, we got an oil change done on the Cayman. Now, I will tell you, this is a super easy oil change to do, but actually measuring the amount of oil in there is a pain. Now, it's got the electronic calibration that tells you exactly how much oil is in there, but it can take anywhere from 5 seconds to 30 minutes to tell you. So that is a lot of downtime and a lot of waiting just sitting there. I don't know why they did that or how they decided that that was a better way to do it, but I'm not a fan. Anyway, super easy oil change to do. Everything's listed in the description below. Make sure that you check there. Like, subscribe, share. We'll catch you next time after 30 minutes of waiting for my oil.